Are you scared to start a business because you do not have a business diploma? Do you believe that you need to be a graduate of a business program to succeed? Or do you regret not choosing business as your college course when you were younger? In this video, we'll be talking about the second of the 5 things they did not teach you in school about business that you should watch out for. In the last episode, I started by talking about why I did not take a business course and why I regretted it. I also talked about how I later found out that many of my friends who were business course graduates were failures like me. And it was from them that I learned about the many things they did not teach in business school. So here's the second one in the 5 things they did not teach you in school about business that you should watch out for. And this is how important numbers are to your business. Now, some mentees would come to me and they could already be in business for years. And when I ask them how business is, they'll just reply, good, Mommy N. And when I ask about how much they made the previous month or year, they would give me the number of their sales. Some would even tell me how many bottles of something they sold. Now, I am worried about how they can run their businesses without knowing how much their profit is. I'm more worried if this mentee is a business course graduate. Yes, the schools teach courses like accounting, math of investments, marketing, finance, etc. And they focus on the definition, the enumeration, theories, and the computations in the exercises. But somehow, they do not seem to have focused on the importance of these numbers. They have not emphasized that numbers can spell the life or death of a business. I often ask my mentees, do you hate numbers? And most of them would say, yes. And then I'd say, then you'll never get rich. And my mentees would be shocked and perhaps angry as to why I should predict something as serious and as painful as that. So I would ask them, what do you see on money, on the bills and on the coins? And if they still don't get it, I'd ask, do you see any bill or coin without numbers? And they'd break out laughing. You see, if you hate something, will it want to come to you? If you hate money, will money come to you? If you hate numbers, will numbers come to you? And usually, the cutest of them will say, okay, Mommy N, from now on, I love numbers. So, you might be asking, Mommy N, what numbers must we know? So, this video is going to be about numbers. So, I hope you don't fall asleep, okay? The first number you should know, of course, is sales. So, if I wake you up in the middle of the night and ask you, how much was your sales today? You should be able to say it. This is a sign that you are taking your sales seriously. One of the reasons why I was not successful in my business when we started was that I did not take my numbers seriously. No, I don't hate numbers. In fact, I was a math teacher for 8 years, remember? And math was my major. I even have a master's degree in math. Maybe I just had a math overdose and I got so fed up with numbers while in school that I did not want to look at numbers ever again. Who knows? But what helped me was that my husband loved numbers, especially sales. Until today, every night, he loves getting text messages from all the stores about their sales for the day and how many pieces they sold. Sales is his oxygen. Numbers are his oxygen. So that was the only reason why our businesses are still standing until now, because of my husband. And sales is important. So we just focus on sales. And just like some of our mentees, and that's dangerous again. Because what can happen is that sales are good, but we are not making any profit. So the next number that we need to focus on is profit. Sales minus cost of sales and expenses is profit. That's what eventually is left of the sales that belong to the business. Those numbers are all important. So for example, if you bought an umbrella for 100 pesos and sold it for 150, you make a 50 peso gross profit, right? But if you had to spend 80 pesos to deliver it, you really did not make money. In fact, your loss is 30 pesos. So you might be so happy that you already sold 150 and you might be focusing on that sales amount. But not all of that money is yours. So go around. I challenge you. Most of those who are selling something do not know their actual profits. At best, they know their sales. Computation is taught in school, I'm sure, but the emphasis has not been made enough. If there are business course teachers or professors watching this, I'm sorry. I do not mean to put you down. I just want you to know how our students are not applying what they learned because they have not seen the importance of the application of the lessons in real life. So sales and profit are 2 of the numbers, and the third one is expenses, right? We also need to compare sales between 2 periods, say between last month and this month, or between the same month between last year and this year, okay? A more complicated number is the percentage increase or percentage decrease between the sales from one month to another, or from the same month between last year and this year. Are you getting confused already? Okay, because from here, we can see if there are changes and we can account for the changes. So let's say if there's no COVID and everything was still in the old normal, it will not make sense to compare the sales in February and March because February has only 28 days. Another thing is that sales in February may be a lot higher due to Valentine's Day. So we compare February of last year to February of this year. And if it goes up, we say that it's a percentage growth. The opposite is true. If it goes down, we talk about a percentage decline. This is how we compare it on a monthly basis. By seeing percentage growth or decline on a month-on-month basis, we now can make conclusions about how our business is doing. For example, if you notice that your sales last month are 15% lower than the same month last year, and that this month is 20% lower than last year, you need to be alarmed. Maybe you have a problem with competitors getting some of your customers, or it could be something else that you need to watch out for. Okay, are you bored already with all of the numbers that I've been talking about? Well, there are many other numbers that you need to look at aside from sales, profits, and expenses. The other numbers are those in your inventory. You have a restaurant, even the number of your packaging material has to be forecasted and monitored. Just imagine someone ordering siopaw from you and you cannot sell takeout because you do not have any supot or containers to put them in. Sayang ang sales, right? For more than 20 years now, every time we go to the Makati area, we never fail to visit a karinderya which is famous for its nilagang baka. It is in a corner beside a vulcanizing shop. Yet, many cars park there side by side with the taxis during lunch hours. So they have a very, very good tasting nilagang baka. Now, what is sad is that every day when you go at 1 p.m., they always run out of their nilagang baka. Clearly, the owners do not have a grasp of their numbers. They don't know how much sales they are losing due to this. So now, 20 years after, the original owner has passed away already, and it's now the kids running it. Still, the problem is the same. If you're late, no more nilagang baka. Now, maybe you can say that it's only a karinderya. Perhaps the owners are not educated. But how many stores have you been to that have the same problem? Not watching the numbers of their inventory. From sales to inventory, let's now go to marketing. Before we were able to sell, we need to tell people about our products and services. The people we are able to tell it to are called leads. How many people have we attracted through our website, our Facebook page, etc.? Is each of these leads growing or shrinking? Why? If we know why, we can do something about it. For example, in one store, 100 people pass by every day. All these passers-by can be leads as they are potential buyers, right? Now, one day, if you notice that there are only 30 passers-by, you can watch out. Why is this so? This actually happened to us. Suddenly, there were no longer many passers-by in front of our store. And when we checked, we learned that the jeepney rerouted and the jeepney stop was transferred to another street. So we had to act fast. We had to do some leafletting to attract the people to still pass by our store and buy. Do you see? Numbers dictate our marketing strategy. Another marketing number is conversion rate. Out of your leads, how many people bought? That's the conversion rate. Now, why is this important? Because it's expensive to attract people to come to us. Even attracting passers-by is not free. We have to pay a higher rent to have a good location to have many passers-by, right? So if our store is hidden, we need to put up lots of ads, and ads cost money. For those who are purely online, you still have to pay Foodpanda, Grab Food, a big percentage just to be included in their list so they can recommend you to others. Now, the conversion rate is low, as in for every 1,000 passers-by, only one buy. What you can do is to try one strategy and measure how much is the increase in the conversion rate. And then try another strategy and another. And each time, monitor the conversion rate and see which strategy gives the best conversion rate while spending less. That's how you can choose the best strategy, by monitoring conversion rates. There are many more marketing numbers that we are to watch out for. These are the numbers that can kill our business if we keep ourselves ignorant. And this may be taught in school, but again, they are not emphasized enough. Now, I don't want to bore you with so much technical stuff, but we want to emphasize the importance in numbers in our regular 90-day program so that this will be part of the tools of our mentees. Now, finally, there are also numbers that deal with people. For instance, absences. If your business has 3 branches and the people in branch number 2 are always absent, what does that tell you? What will you do? That was what happened to us. So we investigated and we realized that the store manager had marital problems and she was always in a bad mood. She was constantly nagging her people. If we know our numbers, we will be able to find out what's not working and find solutions to the problems. So for this manager, the solution was a warning and also some counseling. And after that, the store attendance improved and the sales improved as well. So you see, numbers are crucial in the success and failure of a business. That's why we need to always watch out for our numbers. Till next time, bye!